Hey everybody, so welcome to a thrifting sourcing day. So first stop is Goodwill, one I don't hit up really that often at all. I've actually driven like a half-hour special to come here, so I hope it delivers the goods. You guys won't believe this. I walked around the corner and found this in the new cart, and oh my god, you guys, hands too. Is this like my lucky day? I've been in the store for 2 seconds and I found a needlepoint and hands. I need a cart ASAP. I just grabbed this out of the new cart too. It's $1.99 and I think the bird on it is actually quite sweet. Oh, and I like the flowers. You guys know I love a good box, and this one, it's really cool. Oh, it's 99 cents. Probably because it has some pieces that are flaking away. I wonder if I could fill them in with marker and it would look fine. I don't know. I think that might be a disqualifier. This is kind of a cute folk art painted vase, although it looks like it would have had maybe like a top to it, so I'll pass on it. Now that is an epic wood lidded container. Wow. Look at all the carved details on that. I can't believe it. More hands. More hands. $6.99 for these hands. Am I going home with several sets of hands today? I can't believe how lucky I am getting. Look at all of these ceramic plates. They're really good. I love all the colors. Looks like they have a stamp in the center. Someone donated, and they're all roughly like similar sizes. So, oh, I really like this one. $6.99. That's a little bit high. I have another red plate that has not sold. There's so many of them though. Okay, I may have to get a couple. And even more hands, although, oh, these ones are holding babies. That's too weird for me, so I will pass on this. I just found this handmade mug for $1.99. The texturing on it is really good. So I have apparently been a very good girl to the universe, because this is a set of cloisonné napkin rings for $4.99. I can't even, I am dead. I don't usually pick up things like this, but it's a complete set for $4.99 and I adore it. It's so cool that it has this stand. So I turned the corner and my heart skipped a beat thinking this was another hand, but it is in fact a mitt, so I will not be getting that. This looks promising. Well, it did until I saw the glitter. I just saw that in the corner. I was like, ooh, cool. You know, original art, and it's full of glitter. So I'll be passing on that. Look at all of these vintage irons. Wow. Oh my gosh, they are so heavy, as you can imagine, like a billion pounds. That is so fun to see. More things to get excited about. This candelabra is awesome, and it is $10. Okay, well, 10 is a little more than I was hoping for, but honestly, it's definitely worth more than that. And I think the shape on it is really great. And then there's also this piece, but I feel like it had a lid at some point, so I think I'm gonna pass on it. This is kind of a nice basket. It's huge. It's $12.99. Like, great for blankets, rolled towels, shoes. Really good piece. I don't want to have to ship this, and it's kind of too big to put in my booth or just take up too much room, so I'm gonna pass on it. But big baskets are so handy. This is kind of cute. I'm gonna have to do a Google lens on it and see if they're valuable at all. I love this set of salt and pepper shakers. They are in such good shape. So $1.99. They kind of are giving me UK vibes. So yep, that says England under the tag. So I'm definitely gonna get these. This is kind of sweet, baked with love. Okay, so it's handmade, and it is $7.99. It's very country grandma vibes to me, which I'm trying to decide if that's the vibe I want, but the scalp is really good. More pottery by that person who was doing like the peachy colored plates. Same person. So they must have dropped off a lot of their pieces. The cutest little doggy for $1.99. Well, that's a steal, isn't it? It's adorable. OMG, this is why you guys have to look down every aisle. Look at it. I can't believe this was in the sporting goods and plant pot aisle. Okay, so it is $7.99, missing its top though. So I'm gonna go in the wood aisle now and see if I can find its top. Some more, what looks like, yep, Denby ceramics. These are $1.99 each. And I also want to look at what these ones down here are. This would be a great like dog bowl, actually. Is it even priced? It is not even priced. So this is what my cart is looking like right now. I need a second one, to be honest. And there's that piece down there, the Dansk piece. So I still need to go and find the lid for it. And I also need to look for more of these Denby pieces. While I was looking for the lid, I found this cool box that I missed the first time around. It's $9.99. It's really neat wood, and it has several different tones. I think the inside is kind of broken. It's not opening the way it should, so I gotta figure that out. Another new cart, and this is amazing, and I think it's made in Italy for $2.99. I don't love the print, but the frame is good. I don't pick up a lot of glasses, but this set is really very cool, giving me Mad Men vibes. $1.99. It looks like there's actually 6 of them, so I think I'm gonna grab these too. So this mug, at first glance, I was like, is this like someone's like mess up? But no, it's lightweight. The stamp is good. It feels great in the hand. This is a good quality mug, and it's $1.99. So this I'm getting as well. This chair looks incredibly cozy. I actually picked up an ottoman that had like storage in it years ago, and it sold, and someone loved it. It was this like exact type of pattern, or maybe not this one, but very close. Same tones, floral. I know when I picked it up, my friends were like, okay. And then someone wanted it when I sold it at a market. They were so thrilled by it. So my instincts were there. But this one, nope. Don't think I'm gonna be picking up this. Oh my gosh, look at the price, you guys. $4.99. $4.99. I have not seen a furniture piece so low here ever. So when I'm having really good luck at a thrift store, I usually then take it as a sign. Oh, my hair. Take it as a sign to go through more aisles than usual. I'll go through clothes. I'll go through all sorts of places, nooks and crannies, books, because if I'm winning, I might win some more. So I'm going to be hunting through this whole place. So I'm in the fitting room, and I'm going to try on these jeans. Trying to point in the mirror. Trying these jeans are kind of funky, but I found this blazer while I was waiting for the fitting room attendant. And if there's one thing I love, it is a fitted, like tailored blazer. It is just, just so good, especially corporate me, like years ago. And this fits really, really well. And look at the gold hardware. It's good. It's good, you guys. It's $20, which is not bad. You know, where am I wearing stuff like this? You know, not really anywhere right now. But it's really good. I feel like I need to buy it. It just feels too good on. So next up is Ungers in the Sherwood, Newberg area, off of 99 if you're local. Love this antique mall. It's bigger than it looks, and I always find really good stuff. I've been finding this owl so many places lately. $6. It's from Japan. I think it's just really sweet, and owls do really well on my vintage booth. This candle snuffer is so good. Look at the butterfly on the end of it. It's more than I want to spend. I think it was $28 when I looked at the tag. So I'll be passing, but it is beautiful. I absolutely adore this Francoma dish. I love that it's a flower shape. It's $12. This may be one of the largest Florentine trays I have ever come across. It's huge, and it is $23. So this giant sunflower painting, which is an original, it is our sign in the corner, is $45. That is bananas. Wow, that is absolutely huge. I also like this piece above the sunflowers. It's been marked down to $45. You guys, the art has been hitting today. Look at this piece. I love finding pieces that are moody. I love the contrast of the bright apple with the black. So I have a feeling it's gonna be outside my budget. 24, well, that's not bad. It's just a higher starting point, especially for something that's on board. Look at this cute dog. It is 12. Oh, I'm tempted to pick that up because pet paintings sell. And then I also grabbed out these two small pieces, which are originals in 12. Looks like each, or no, 12 and 16. I really do like them both, especially the grapes. I think they're really good. So at first I thought this floral was maybe something from like a big box store, but looking at the back, it is an actual painted piece that's been framed in a really nice wood frame. It's 24. I think I'm gonna have to get it. I really like it. Look at all these old world style little cherubs. They are so good. They're wooden. They're not plaster. They are actually wood with the hanging mechanisms on them. They're 15 a piece. Really like this one with the gold. Oh gosh, do I need to spend $60 on little babies? Maybe. So comps on those cherub angel babies are really, really good potentially. So I am getting all of those little weird babies and just gonna see how they do, because if I would have saw them in Europe, I absolutely would have gotten them. So I feel like, okay, $15 to $12 each totally is right up my alley. So we'll see how they do. This is the booth that I got the floral painting with the wood frame and the cherubs from. This is one of my favorites when I come to the mall. This is where the cherubs were. It has a lot of great stuff. I've gotten a very cool tapestry in this booth before. One of my favorite pieces that I own. This, of course, caught my eye, especially because it has poppies in it. I very rarely see poppy stuff. If you go to the UK, poppy stuff is everywhere. It's a flower you see a lot. I feel like in the States you don't see it that often, like depicted in things. I just feel like the fence thing here is kind of off. It's like too chunky, so I don't know. Probably won't get it because something about it is just, I don't know, strange to me, but the flowers are really lovely. Looking at this cherub, you can see why I was so excited about the other ones, because they are just so much more interesting than this guy, which looks newer and kind of more mass-produced. I was so excited when I saw this, and I was like thinking to myself, please be cheap, and it is not cheap. I think it was, what is it, 95. So the last time I sold one of these, I sold it for 138, and that included shipping. So to me, there's just not enough margin for all the effort and shipping that would go into this piece, which is a bummer. So you guys know I collect hands. Maybe I need to start collecting feet too. Look at this mushroom painting on board. It is 42, so more than I'd want to spend, but it is so good. If it was a little bit cheaper, I would bring that home, probably for my own house, because my husband loves mushrooms and he actually grows mushrooms. So every time I talk about my husband liking mushrooms, I feel like I need to clarify that they are of the culinary variety of mushrooms. We grow culinary mushrooms that you can eat in like a pasta or in like a stir fry. That's the ones that he is interested in and grows. You guys, from my fish era, $14, Victoria Littlejohn. Oh man, I feel like I need this. It is really, really tugging on my heartstrings. These are so sweet. Little original paintings. Let's see how much they are. It looks like 30, maybe they're 30 a piece. So if that's the case, I won't be getting them. If they're 30 for the pair, I might consider it. Look at this beautiful needlepoint piece. It is 52. The frame on it is absolutely epic. It's definitely worth more than 52. I'm gonna have to think about this one. So I never paid much attention to pinky and blue pieces, but now I am finding them and seeing them everywhere. And especially after you guys have told me how collectible and valuable they can be, I'm just like, now they are everywhere and I have an eye for them. This piece, I love the frame. More pretty florals, especially love this crewel here. I just wish that this part here was embroidered too and that it wasn't printed, but it is. Let's see how much this costs. 42. That's a really good price for that. This is the cutest painting on board. Seasonal art. You guys have heard me say it a billion times. Does well. It's 29. Oh, that is just like right at the cusp of whether I should buy it or not, especially since it's unframed. I mean, I saw a lot of art on board, but 29 is a high price point, but it is really big. Oh, do I take an exception on this? Oh, it's really, really cute. More good original art. Seascapes, I actually have a hard time selling, which is so strange to me because, you know, we all are so close to the ocean here. And a lot of people have beach houses. How much is this one? I really like this one too. 24. That's a really cool piece. Really like that one. I don't know what is going on, but there are florals everywhere there and here and here. And then if we go over here, sorry if I'm making you sick, a very cool one over there. Oh, and there's another floral there. It's crazy. It's like they knew I was coming and put all their floral pieces in their booths. $8. It's missing the hanging mechanism, but I really like it, and it's my pinks, so I'm gonna have to get it for me. This guy is so cute. I love these mid-century big cats. Well, I guess this is a baby big cat. I think they're so fun. I'm always drawn to them. I have one that I picked up at Value Village years ago that was busted up and it was like $3, but if it's for me, I don't mind if it's broken. I also love this teeny tiny pewter bird plaque, and when I turned it over, it is made in Italy, which I did not expect. So it's $9. It's very cute. So every time I come in, I look at this shelf of brass and check to see if there's anything good, because I have gotten some pretty cool pieces over the years. I really love this brass bowl, but it's $65, and I feel like I have admired it before, so I think it's been here for a little while, but nothing that really catches my eye today. Look at how cute all of these grab bags are. Oh, I thought it spin. Oh, it does spin. I just need to give it a little muscle. Just give it a little muscle. Wow, these grab bags are so fun. So fun. They have a lot of great stuff. Oh, look at those giant beads. Those are, oh wait, no, they're not beads. Oh no, they are. They are ceramic and not wood. So that's why it kind of threw me off for a second. Wow, there's so many fun things. It's really tempting the miniature lover in me. I am absolutely dying over this. This is one of those wooden like shoe molds, or the shoe thing that you put in your shoes to keep them structured while they're in storage, and someone painted it like a bunny. That is insane. I can't believe they were inspired to do that. It's $30. I'm really speechless. I am speechless. Well, aren't these cats the sweetest? I think they're actually together. I have found this cat many times solo, but not with a friend. That makes it even cuter. I love this bowl because when you turn it over, it has strawberries and daisies. It was so unexpected. And look at those cute little round feet. It's $20, which honestly seems like a steal for it because it is summer in a bowl. Anyone else love giant pine cones? Like, I can't help but want every single giant pine cone I come across. And the cool thing about pine cones, if you put them in boiling water, they will close up and then eventually they dry out and open up again. it's just like the most fun experiment to do, like with kids or adults like me who think is very interesting. I spy a very lonely swan for $45, and it's actually quite large. So I'm gonna have to look and see how much I sold that size for, because $45 seems like a really good deal. I don't know how I missed this Florentine style purse when I came through this area the first time. I have never seen one of these before. Unfortunately, it doesn't stay closed, but if it did, I would probably have to buy it. So one of my favorite wedding presents was actually a camel saddle, of all things. The person knew I loved vintage, and they had found one, and they checked with my mom, and they were like, do you think Andi would like this for her wedding present instead of, you know, like something from Crate and Barrel? My mom said absolutely yes. You guys, the selection there is so good. So if you're in the area, you need to come here ASAP, because the art, everything was just really good. And especially if you're going to be like the end buyer and you're not necessarily going to be flipping it, then the deals are really, really good. I'm always looking at things from, you know, the framework and lens of someone who's going to resell it potentially. So anytime I say something is like too expensive, it's mostly because it's too expensive for me to flip, not necessarily expensive for me to put in my home, which is why it's always so dangerous shopping, because then I see the stuff I want for my house, which you guys saw me pick up that floral today. So they're doing a like outdoor flea market, which I shopped last summer, and it was really good. And that's coming up at the end of June. So I'll put some information on the screen so you guys can make sure and go to that. But it's really well stocked right now. It's so good. So we are at the second Goodwill. I don't know if I'm gonna have the same luck here, but here's hoping, man. This little dish is adorable. Oh my gosh, it's Bob. I have found a little dish by Bob before. It is $2.99, maybe a little more than I would like to spend on it, but the colors are really good. So there is something about this pot that I adore. I don't know why, maybe because it looks like, yep, maybe a kid did it, Sophia. It weighs so much, but its chunkiness is kind of sweet. This is a cute little dude, a souvenir piece for $2.99. I don't know if I need that, but it's very cute. So not super exciting, but you guys know I make sets of these, like eclectic sets. So $3.99. I think I'll probably bring it home and add it to a set that I'm building. New cart, you guys. There's this. And let's see what else is in here. Ooh, that's cute. Yeah, that's kind of fun. What's this? Ooh, bells. Brass bells. That is an awesome find for $4.99. So these are kind of nice. It's a set of 4 for $1.99 each. I guess you drink out of them? I mean, I've never drank out of a wooden cup before, so I don't know what the experience would be like or why you'd want to, but they are really nicely made. So I raided another new cart, and I got this really fun art print, a Russian nesting doll, and then these little cute villages, or little buildings I should say, that are from the UK. So I found with copper trays that for them to sell for me, they need to be like handmade by an artist and not something like this, which is like manufactured. For whatever reason, these ones just don't sell for me, like the ones that are like more folk art type pieces. This would make a really cool display piece, like putting small pieces of art or other things in it in a booth. It is $6.99. So I don't know if I need it because I have so many display pieces right now, but it's so hard to pass up something that could be really good for like markets. Just pulled this painted plate off the shelf and it says Italy. It's $6.99. It seems to be flaking a little bit in the center, so I think I'm gonna pass on it. While I'm waiting in line, I'll tell you a little story. So I ran into another reseller here and she said that she was at this store recently and found 2 Vitosi lamps, and they were, I think she said $12.99 each. Can you imagine if I was here on that day? I probably would have fainted. I would have started sweating with excitement. So the thrift stores can deliver the good stuff. You just have to wait for your lucky day. I have a big announcement, and it has been difficult to come to this decision, but I think it's the right one, and I know it's probably sounding very scary to you, and I promise it's not. It's just that I am going to be taking some time off from a big portion of my business, and that is Etsy. So I am actually going to put my Etsy shop on vacation mode for most of the month of June. So after this video goes live and a few days after it, I wanna give you guys the opportunity to buy the stuff that you just saw in footage. I'm actually going to like hard cut off and shut down my Etsy shop, put it on vacation mode, and not think about Etsy for several weeks. And the reason why I'm doing that is because in June, my son is newly off of school and I don't wanna send him straight into camp. So we're gonna do a ton of family activities. We just have a lot of summery stuff planned. We'll be visiting with family. We're gonna be seeing people. We're gonna try to stay active with that stuff. And so in order for us to do that, I really need to just remove certain parts of my business and just put it on vacation mode. So that is Etsy, which is so nerve-wracking because my Etsy shop, the sales I've been having this year have been incredible. And it's largely thanks to you guys who watch my channel. You see the stuff that I'm picking up, you get excited about it, you purchase from me. And so my sales months have been wonderful. And because of that, I feel like I'm financially okay with shutting down my shop for a few weeks. Now, I know I have advised you guys in the past to never put your shop in vacation mode, especially if you're only gonna be off like a week, maybe 2, because you can bump out your ship by dates. But I really just don't want anything hanging over my head. So that way I can focus on, other important things, like having fun for a second, because I work all the time. So what does it mean for YouTube? I still will have YouTube videos for June. So I'm not like, not gonna have anything on my channel. The YouTube content though won't be thrift with me. So sorry, but I do have like some booth content coming. I have a studio tour. I have an inventory management video that I teased recently that will be coming. So there's gonna be YouTube content, just no thrift with me content, because I don't know, I feel weird doing a thrift with me video to not then sell you any of the stuff in the video, because that's kind of the point of a thrift with me video, is to sell the things that, I'm showing to you guys. That's kind of part of the income model, so to speak. So anyways, just wanted to give you guys a heads up. We'll see how it goes. June is gonna look a little different, but July and the rest of the year should be very normal. Okay, so now let's talk about the epic thrift day I just had. It was incredible. I can't believe I had such good luck. When I went into the store and found this right out of the gate in the new cart, and then the hands, and then everything else that presented itself, I couldn't believe it. I was so excited, I was sweating. I was sweating with excitement. I feel like I should go play the lottery, right? Because I was on such a hot streak that I just felt like, oh my gosh, like, is this like momentum gonna continue on? I still can't believe that I ended up needing 2 carts. That has literally never happened to me ever in my life, ever, when I've gone thrifting, that I've needed 2 carts. So that was awesome. Got a lot of clothes, for me and my family. It just was incredible. So I'm gonna show you the pieces that will be available on Etsy, because most of what you guys saw is actually going to my vintage booth. And why is it happening? Because, as I just told you, Etsy is going to be turned off on vacation mode. So you can still shop my stuff if you go to a vintage booth, and that's where the large percentage of the stuff I just showed you is going to end up. So my booths are gonna be just full to the brim with cool stuff. But this will be available on Etsy, so get it while you can before I shut off my shop. And then this which I don't think I showed you much on the footage. It is 1975 and numbered. I mean, there definitely are some imperfections, like this little thing here. I think that might be like some sort of sun damage, and the matting definitely has some like aging to it, but I thought it was still a really cool piece. So this will be available on Etsy. And then this beautiful painting that I got at that Antique Mall will be available on Etsy. I'm going to be putting this on Etsy. So when I did like a little bit of a teaser of having a 2-cart like thrift day on Instagram, everyone was like, oh my gosh, that candelabra. So I think it was probably for the best that I paid up for it. It was $10, which I usually like to pay less than that at the thrift store for brass pieces, but honestly, I don't find that much brass at the thrift store these days, so, you know, beggars can't be choosers. So, very excited about that piece. That'll be available on Etsy. Another thing that I can't believe I got was the set of cloisonne napkin rings. And there are 8 of them. To find 8 napkin rings at a thrift store it doesn't happen all the time, because oftentimes when they end up at the thrift store, it's because one of them has either broken or gone missing, and they're now an odd set. And that's why someone's like, oh, well, I need 8. I can't have 7. Off to the thrift store they go. So that's kind of, I'm assuming that's what happens, because I find more odd numbers than evens. But each one is really different, but they all still go so well together. And napkin rings are something that people do buy, and I think it's because there's so many people that, you know, are entertaining in a way that I don't. And I think the pandemic made people want to make more special moments. Once they kind of, you know, things reopened back up and people got back to living, they wanted to make that living a little bit more special, because we were doing just so much like blah living during the pandemic that everyone's like, when I get back to it, I'm going to be extra. And so I think that's why napkin rings got back in style, because everyone wanted to be extra when they're entertaining. So those will be available on Etsy. Speaking of stuff for entertaining, I got this adorable set of salt and pepper shakers, this pewter set, which I think is so cute. I don't usually pick up salt and pepper shakers. I can't believe I found a set that has the actual stand. Sometimes you find just the stand or just these, you know, little salt and pepper shakers and not the whole like setup. So super cute. I don't know how valuable this is. I haven't really looked it up much, but I thought it was still worth grabbing, because I think it was only, oh wait, there's the tag. Yeah, $4.99. I mean, $4.99 is great. So very excited about that. Oh, and then all of these are going to be available on Etsy. Now, pricing these, I don't know. I gotta do a little more research, because the comps are bananas. And I just, sometimes, you know, you look up comps on something and they can be like crazy good. And you're like, is that real though? Can I trust it? Is this real life? So I don't know exactly how much I'm gonna be listing these for, but these are gonna be available on Etsy by the time, of course, the video goes live. I thought about keeping one for myself because they are so interesting, but I just kind of get weirded out by baby things. I don't know why. I know that sounds silly. And again, hopefully I'm not talking you out of buying them as I say that they're weird baby things. So sometimes I'm like, should I be saying that? Thank God many of you are ignoring my own personal opinions on things and still buying the stuff. So I also got this set of brass bells. Now I do have a regular brass bell buyer, so I'm gonna offer these to her first. And then if she doesn't want them, then I'll make them available. But it's a whole garland of the sweetest, tiniest little bells. And they just sound so sweet. They're like the sweetest little sound. So $4.99 for these. I have not found bells really at the thrift store much at all. They don't do a lot of bagged things at the Goodwills here. I don't know why. Like Value Village, bag wall. I mean, that stretches the whole side and half of one of the walls of the store. But with Goodwill, for whatever reason, they just do not do bag stuff that often. Every once in a while, you'll see a bag, and then come like Christmas time with ornaments, they'll put those in a bag, but largely speaking, they don't have a lot of bagged stuff, which I'm like, where's all the mini stuff going? That's like what I'm always wondering. Like, you know, there's a lot of mini stuff coming into the store, because I am imagining it's the same volume as Value Village just down the road. So very strange to me. I have some stuff I got actually at Curiosities, where I have one of my vintage booths, and I'm going to show you those pieces. This I bought for me, but I have debated on whether or not I should put it up for sale. So this, I think I may list it, even though I like it. So I actually bought these pieces a couple days ago. So we're actually moving on to some things that I picked up just out and about. So I was going in to check the books and do a little rearranging, and one of the vendors was having a sale, and so I picked up this amazing solid brass, as it says, plate. So this and this, I think I'm gonna put them on Etsy. You know, gotta make those sales before you shut down your shop for 2 seconds. And then I also got this, which I don't know if I want to keep for me or not, because it's an adorable floral. I got this at an estate sale. I dragged my son to it after school one day because it actually was right by his school. And of course, when you pick up your kiddo and then you tell him, oh yeah, we're not going home to have snacks and watch your show, we're gonna go to an estate sale, he's just like, blah! I'm like, sorry. Of course he was excited because once he got there was something cool for him. He seems to forget that that happens usually when he goes, but his first instinct is to protest. But the sale was really expensive, and I only got this and a small thing for my son. So wasn't probably worth going to, and the mental anguish that I put him through, apparently. So I'm sure he's going to have many of things to tell a therapist one day about how my mom made me go shopping, thrift shopping. And 2 more things to show, or 3 more things to show you, and then that will be all to share with you today. So I got this beautiful piece at Value Village. It is hand blown and it's stamped and signed on the bottom. I cannot make out who it is. It's 2015. It has a very cool D. I don't know if it's Dunham or I don't even know. I don't know. I don't even know if I can put it on the screen. Yeah, I think you can kind of see it. So if you guys have seen this or know, especially if you're local, let me know. But I thought this was beautiful. And so I'll probably list this on Etsy too. It has a few like imperfections. It looks like somebody may have scratched it there. But other than that, it's in great shape. No like chips or cracks or anything. Just a little bit of scratching there, which of course you can turn it around. And then I also got this one kind of on a whim. I don't know. It appealed to me. It's a strange one. Weird usually sells, and I'm trying to pick up more glass. I don't know if this is the glass you guys have been wanting, but I thought it was worth a shot to see. And if not, I'll take it to my booth and we'll see how it does there. Oh, I did get this piece of art. For me, this was again at Value Village. It was $20, but I had a coupon. If you donate to Value Village, you get a 20% off coupon. So I have donations in my trunk all the time. I just thought they were really cool, weird dudes. And I do really like black and white art. This type of art actually looks at home in the rest of my house, not necessarily here, but in the rest of my house is very much mid-century 70s, kind of quirky. And so I bought this for me, but we'll see if I can find a place for it. And then, oh, the final thing. I actually do have one more thing to show you. So I got this gold, pretend gold bar. It's all brass. I've been looking for one, and the reason is my son right now is really on a what is everything worth kick. He wants to know what every single thing he sees is worth. And that's probably a result of me doing this job, because he knows that when something comes in the house, what I paid for it is different than what I'm going to sell it for. And so everything is like, well, how much is that worth? Well, how much is that worth? And then anytime he gets something new, like a toy or a gift, he's like, well, how much is it worth? And then he puts it in a mental bank in his head, and he's like calculating his net worth all the time. And I'm like, how is this happening? Like, this money mindset, this capitalism and money mindset, I feel like is like ingrained in him like immediately. So anyways, he's gonna be so excited to have this pretend gold bar. So I'm gonna shine it up to make it look really glistening. And I debated on whether to tell him it was a real gold bar, but then I thought, I don't know if I should. You know, sometimes, you know, lying to your kids, you know, you do it to be, you know, like fun. But for this, I don't want him to think he literally has like 500 grams of gold in his own little cute net worth. So I feel like that's a bad lie. So I won't be doing that. But I'm gonna give this to him and say, hey, and then tell him what it's really worth, which he'll probably be like, but it says it's gold. So anyways, I just think he's gonna think it's funny, and he likes pretend money and stuff too, and he just, yeah. Anyways, Little kids are crazy. Little kids are cute and crazy and silly, and sometimes you just buy the stuff that they're really interested in. And when you have a parent like me who sees all this stuff all the time, it's hard not to come home with things that are of interest to them. Okay, you guys, so that is all I have to share with you today. Thank you so much for watching and for shopping with me, and also thank you in advance for your patience as I navigate going on vacation mode with my Etsy shop, because I've never really taken this type of time off. And so I'm a little nervous about it. I'm also excited. It's an experiment. You know, I am my own boss now. I am no longer a marketing consultant. As you guys know, I am doing content creation and I'm doing, you know, reselling full time. This is my job. And so I am completely self-directed. So I am allowed to be a good boss to myself and take this time off. And I'm trying to remind myself that when you're like building an empire, you know, when you're building a big career and you're doing it yourself and on your own terms, it's so hard to take time off because, you know, you're the one driving the ship. And usually with like, you know, when you're an employee of something, there are cues to take time off where there are no cues to take time off, I guess, unless you have like a burnout mental breakdown. And I definitely do not want one of those. So I'm trying to be good to myself and just take some time and time away from like listing, photographing, and shipping, which you guys know I hate to ship. So the thought of not having to ship anything out for a few weeks in a row is heaven. It is heaven to me. So I feel like I really needed this time. So thank you so much for your patience in me going on vacation mode. Remember, there's going to be a video content coming. You can also follow me on Instagram. I'm sure I'm going to be posting there a little bit. And then when my shop goes back online after vacation mode, I will post to Instagram and let you guys know, hey, it's live again. So if there's anything that you guys missed out on from this video that you do want to purchase and you happen to watch this video after I go on vacation mode, you know, in a few weeks, it will be on again, and then you'll be able to purchase something that you were interested in. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Take care.